In this lecture, we will write our first Python program. We will see how we can print anything on the output screen in Python. To print anything in Python, we will use print statement. We will write print and then we will give round bracket. And in round bracket, we will give whatever we want to print. For example, let's say I want to print hello world. I will write hello world. Let's run it and see its output. Here hello world get printed. Let's say I want to print how are you. Then we will write print hi, how are you. Let's run it. We get our output. Similarly, let's print welcome back. Now let's run it. Here we get our output. In this way we can use print statement to print anything on output screen. Let's print some number. Let's delete it and let's print 10. Here 10 get printed. Let's print any number with decimal points. Here 5.366457 get printed as we have written here. We can also use print statement for printing the value of the computation. Let's say I want to compute 10 plus 20 and I want to print its value. We will write print 10 plus 20 and then let's run it. We get 30. Similarly, we can do 34 plus 56. It will add 34 and 56 and will print the result. Here we get 90. We can print even other numbers. Let's print these numbers and now let's run it. We get our output. Let's do some other operations like 5 multiply 4 and let's run it. It's 5 multiply 4 is 20 and it got printed. We can do subtraction like 5 minus 4 and it will compute 5 minus 4 which is 1 and 1 will get printed. Similarly, let's say I want to print any English statement. To print any English statement, we will give double quote and then we will write the statement that we want to write. For example, come here. Double quote is used to represent a string. We will learn more about string in upcoming lecture. But here, let's understand when we want to print any sequence of character. We will use a string. String are basically sequence of characters. So we get here. One thing I would like to add here is that this come here is sequence of character and we cannot. This is also a sequence of character, but this is not number 10. This is just sequence of character 1 0 between double quotes. Here, come here is a sequence of character between double quotes. So if we want to print number 10, we will just write print and we'll write 10. This represent on line 4 number 10. This on line 3 tells that we have to print, Python has to print sequence of character which is 1 0. Here print statement of Python is telling that it has to print sequence of character which is come here. So this is a string. We will learn more about string in upcoming lecture. This here is a string, but this here is a number that we can use for calculation. The third statement, print this 10 is not a number, it is a sequence of character. Print 4 is a number, it is not a sequence of character. Let's run it. Here, come here, 10 10. If we will do 10 plus this 10, it will not get added, it will get concatenated. We will see the result. And if we write 10 plus 10, then it will get computed 10 plus 10 which is 20, and 20 get printed on line 4. On line 3, 10 and 10 will get concatenated. Let's run it. See here, this first 10 and second 10 has get concatenated, and on the line 4 it is saying 10 plus 10 which is 20 get computed and it get printed. So line 4 represent number. We will say here 10 is a number here. Ten is string here. Hash is used to represent comment here. Comments are not part of code. It will not be considered as part of code while running, while Python will run the program. Comments are used for documentation purpose. So let's run it. So Python will not consider this as part of program. These are used for documentation. So we get 10 10, and here we get 20 get printed. Similarly, if we'll write print 3 plus 6 string, and now let's print 3 plus 6. Here 3 and 6 will get concatenated, and here 3 plus 6 will get computed and will get printed. Here on line 6, 3 and 6 get concatenated. We get the result here. Print statement 3 plus 6 get computed on line 7, and its value get printed, which is 9. So this is how print statement works. We can also print 2 or more numbers using single print statement, just using comma. Let's say I want to print 10 20 40 56, and now it will print 10 20 40 56. Here everything got printed. Here we see that when we try to print more than one numbers or more than one numbers it separated them with space. If we want, we can use another separator. For example, let's say I want to print 10, 20, 40, 56, and I want to separate them using dash. Then I will give comma and will write sep sign dash. If we want 10, 20, 40 and 56 to not get separated by a space but by dash, we will write sep sign and then we will, between double quotes, we will write dash. It will separate them with dash. Let's run it and see the result. Here we see that 10, 20, 40, 56 are separated using dash. If we will not give any separator, which is sep, it will by default take space as its value. So the default behavior of sep is, let me write its default behavior here, 20, 40, 56. It will take space as separator, so it will print the same as this one. Line 10 will print same as line 8. Let's run it. See, the output of line 8 and line 10 are same. Similarly, we saw that when we write one print statement after other, every print statement print on different line. Why this happens? This is because of end parameter. Let's first comment this. Now let's say I want to write print welcome, and if I will write print back, first welcome will get printed and then the cursor will go to the new line and then back will get printed. Here let's run it. Here welcome get printed, and from here the cursor goes to here, back, the new line, and back get printed. Now if we want to give, this is because of this cursor goes to new line because of the end parameter. End parameter has by default value \n. This \n represent new line in Python. If we don't want the cursor to change its line after printing the first print statement, we will write end, and then after I will assign its value to, let's say I am assigning its value to a space, then the first welcome will get printed, and then now since we have given end value to this print statement, it will not take its default value, which is \n. So now the a space will occur after that, and then back will get printed. So welcome get printed, and then since the end value is space, space will be there and back will get printed. After, let's say I want welcome back to begin continuation and no space. We have removed the space and we have given just string. Welcome, and since we have not given anything space here by representing an empty string, then we will have back. This is how scepter and end works. If we want end to have its default behavior, we'll write \n. So this is forward slash, this is \n. Now let's get printed. First welcome will get printed, and since the \n means new line, so the cursor will go to the new line and then back will get printed. This represents the default behavior of print. Let's run it. So welcome back. If we will remove it, it will print the same way, welcome and back. In this way print works.